मैंने स्टार्ट में कि यार ये रिकवरी एडिक्ट है, ये नशा करता रहा है और लेकिन अब ये छोड़ चुका हुआ है। तो जो बहुत मेरे करीबी जिन्हें मेरा मुझे अभी भी ट्रस्ट है, वो मेरे काम भी आते रहे हैं, इसमें कोई शक शुबा नहीं है। मेरे रिलेटिव्स हैं, मेरे करीबी दोस्त। लेकिन जब मैं उन्हें कहता था ना कि यार इसको जॉब दे दो, ये बेचारा नीडी भी है और इसने ये इतना अर्सा नशा किया है, तो वो वेरी स्ट्रेटली, सॉरी जबरान साहब, सॉरी भट्ट साहब, ऐसे नहीं कर सकते। इज़ ना वो रोल जो है ना, मैं समझता हूँ वो ज़रूर होना चाहिए। अब मैंने कईयों को इस तरह भी अगर जवाब दिलवाई है ना, तो मैंने कहा यार इसने नशा नहीं किया, राइट ना, कि ये ड्रग यूज़ नहीं इसने कभी की, और वो सेट भी हो गया, एडजस्ट भी हो गया।
What we've seen over the last, say, 20 years is that yes, people who use drugs can be gainfully employed. The secret, I think, is, and the real challenge is, that it's not just simple, straightforward employment. If it's monotonous, if it's desk work, if there's no excitement, if there's no change, obviously they'll get bored. And you must have heard a lot of people saying, I use drugs because I was bored. So if there's excitement, if there's challenge, if there's constant change, yes. And if there's innovation, yes. And that is probably what we have as an asset from among people who use drugs. We actually started trying to engage people who use drugs as a workforce in the early 90s, mid-90s. So we did the classic. Set up a carpentry workshop, and I remember the first workshop we had was at the Ryman Treatment Center. And the boys were working, and they worked on a chair, and they produced a chair, and the chair was very ugly, it wasn't well made, and you wouldn't be able to sell it. And it had cost a lot to produce that chair, but everybody was emotionally involved with the chair because that was the chair that they had produced. And this chair was put in the middle. And I said, you know, let's look at the chair and let's admire the chair. And there was not much to admire about the chair. And then there was this silence, and then there was this depression. And then there were statements like, you know, the society is right, my father was right, my brother is right, my mother is right, we're good for nothing. That was the beginning of our engagement, of trying to engage people who have used drugs. People who come off drugs need, and we don't know for how long, a month, 2 months, 6 months, or maybe forever, a place that they can stay, be stabilized, and gradually reintegrate back into the community. Now that's a very costly affair. So what we've decided is, and what we've seen over the years is, that farming is a way in which you can accommodate quite a large number of people. If you take a piece of paper and draw a straight line, and on one side of the paper you have this guy, you know, who's struggling, running towards drugs, he's in bad shape, torn clothes, you know, not looked after, running after drugs. And on the other side you have a guy who's recovering, wearing nice clothes, whatever, and running away from drugs. Both are running. You know, one is running towards and one is running away. So I would rather have people for whom drugs has been there, but they've seen the excitement of it, the ups and the downs of it, and they are now at a different level, looking at a different high, you know.
ख्वारी कह लें इसको, या इसको एक ब्लेसिंग ऑफ गॉड कह लें, कितना आप लोगों को मज़ीद प्रोडक्टिव बना सकते हो कि वो बेहतर काम करें, और कितना सिर्फ आप, मैं समझता हूँ कि एक अच्छे जेस्चर्स के साथ, एक स्माइल के साथ आप चेंज ला सकते हो। वो सारा एक चेंज जो है ना, वो आपको एक फीलिंग ज़रूर देगा कि शायद मैंने जितना बुरा किया था उतना तो नहीं, लेकिन उससे कुछ कम मैंने शायद अच्छा भी कर लिया है। सो मैं समझता हूँ कि अपने आप को माफ़ करने का अमल जो है वो अगर रुक जाए तो शायद दोबारा ड्रग्स की ज़रूरत पड़ जाए।